Hey yo, what it do? What it do? It's your boy Q, and welcome back for some more PIEA action powered by the Esports company. And it's time for some Overwatch playoffs action. We're gonna do things a little bit different here as far as our preview. We're gonna set the stage for all of our playoffs matchups, talk about how they did last week out, and talk about how those teams did when they squared off against one another during the semester. 4 conferences, 2 matchups apiece to decide whose semester is done and who plays on LAN this weekend. So let's get down and do what it do. Let's go ahead and get started in the Allegheny Conference, starting off with our number 1 Winber versus number 4 Loyal Sock. And Winber is going to be coming off the back of 6 straight wins, including a 2-0 to Gateway last week. Loyal Sock had 2 games in their final weeks of play, starting with a sweep over Pine Grove and then getting swept by number 3 Central Cambria. It has been a while since the Lancers and the Ramblers squared off, but it was a sweep by Winber, and it really feels like this is the Ramblers' series to lose. With that being said, though, the Lancers do seem to be a momentum team, so if they jump out to an early map lead, they just might be able to ride that all the way to an upset. Our other Allegheny matchup pits number 2 West Branch versus number 3 Central Cambria, and the Inferno from Central Cambria are coming in off the back of a win last week against Loyal Sock. A sweep, but it is their only win in the last 3. The Warriors, on the other hand, haven't lost since their opening week. 7 in a row for West Branch, including a sweep against the Inferno back at the start of November. Central Cambria are going to have their hands full if they're going to want to make it back to LAN to defend their title. Off in the Colonial Conference, we have one of our 2 undefeated teams looking to keep their perfect semesters alive, and that's number 1 Warren County, who squares off against number 4 Gateway. Gateway had a good start to their season going 4-1, but they're coming in off the back of back-to-back sweeps last week to both Winber and Warren County. Warren County, well, they just might be the best Overwatch team in PIEA. Not only have they not lost a series, they haven't lost a map, including when these 2 teams played just 1 week ago. The Gators are going to have their hands full. Meanwhile, in the 2-3 matchup for the Colonial Conference, we have Penn Hills versus McDowell. And Penn Hills is going to be coming in off the back of 3 W's in a row, including a sweep of South Fayette last week. McDowell, however, are coming in on the back of 4 in a row, including their sweep of Bell Vernon in their final week of play. The problem for McDowell, however, is they got swept by this Penn Hills squad last time these 2 teams squared off. It was in week 2, and both teams have had time to grow, but I feel like it's important for McDowell to take map number 1 if they want to have a chance. Off in our Dutch Conference, we have 2 one-loss teams, and neither of them are our PIEA Spring Overwatch champion. This just might be our most interesting conference. Spring Grove and Ephrata square off in our 1v4 matchup. Spring Grove has won its last 2 games following their sole loss of the semester to our Spring PIEA champs, including a sweep last week against Boyertown. For Ephrata, they've won 2 of the last 3, including a sweep last week of Lebanon High School. But they also lost 2 of the previous 3 before that, so they've been a little up and down. And Spring Grove is one of the teams from Dutch that wasn't on their schedule, so they don't really have a previous matchup to be able to watch back in order to help build a game plan. Meanwhile, it'll be Carlisle who will have the task of taking on our PIEA Spring champs, Penn Manor. Carlisle, the Dutch 2 seed, comes in off the back of 4, count them 4 sweeps in a row, including Elizabethtown last week. Our Spring champions Penn Manor, though, well, they're going to be coming in off the back of 3 sweeps in a row, which started with the Dutch number 1 seed Spring Grove and ended with Boyertown last week. The problem for Penn Manor, though, at the start of November, they did square off against the Rockets, and they had no answer, falling 2-0. Will our Spring champions from PIEA get a chance to repeat on LAN in the fall? Only time will tell. And of course, we can't forget about the Independence Conference, where undefeated Central Bucks West squares off against Bayard Ruston. Bayard Ruston has had an up and down semester, winning as many as they've lost, but they will be coming into the playoffs off the back of a big sweep against Strathaven. And our final matchup of online playoff action finds Downington STEM versus Central Bucks South. These 2 teams literally just played last week, and CB South struggled finding any answer for Downington STEM. So they're going to have to find some way to seize the control early. Otherwise, it could very well be a repeat of last week's performance. But ain't no more time to talk about it. It's time to be about it. Win, and you get your chance on LAN to call yourself conference champion. Lose, and well, better luck next spring. Don't forget, we'll be wrapping up the last bit of our playoffs across all of our titles this week before LAN this weekend. And of course, stay locked in over on social media as well as over on YouTube so you can stay up to date with all of our playoff content. Until we do catch y'all back over here for the next one, man, don't forget, with everything crazy going on in the world today, be true, be you, be sincere, game hard and love hard. All right, y'all, it's your boy Q, signing out.